Hello and welcome everyone. So we have a third trailer to Resident Evil 4 Remake, and we're going to check it out and then break it down afterwards. So let's just go ahead and get this going right now. Looking really forward to this. I've already watched it a few times and it gives us a whole lot that it impacts on us.
When you need only accept the sacred gift. Christ.
One of the Plaga types.
Temperance, child.
I've taken delivery of preparing some entertainment for you.
Every trailer just looks better and better and better. It's just so good.
The gallant knight protects the princess faith.
The fireballs and the cannon.
I'll make it for you. Move!
That's such a cool thing to see, like Luis with extended time. That's going to be really interesting.
Long time no see. Major Krauser?
And it's everybody's favorite, Krauser. Finally got a reveal.
You can't save anyone.
What's gonna happen to me?
We gotta keep moving forward. We will beat this. Together.
Thanks.
Then come, Sancho Panza. Let us rescue the Princess Dulcinea.
You gotta hurt yourself.
Man, they like absolutely have given Luis the original RE3 Carlos treatment, where he's like a comedy relief type of character, and I'm all for it.
Ah, yes, the time has come.
The Garrador. Absolutely excited about the Garradors.
I'm gonna get you home safe. I'm ready to die, Boogie. Exalt all, Leon, and let it be so.
Novistadors. That's really cool.
It has to be different. Well, now, time to cause some mayhem.
And then Mercenaries. Very happy to see that. And a special demo is coming soon. So let's go ahead and break it down
You see, we are all connected through the holy
bit by bit.
When you need only accept the sacred gift.
Alright, let's see. I think, yeah, right here.
Christ.
This is interesting because it's like, it's the third Plaga type that we saw in the original game, because I think there was the first one that's like the standard one that has like the little blade whip, and then you have the second one, I believe, is the one that can eat your head completely off, just completely decapitate you. And then I think this was the third type that could like survive outside of the body for a temporary amount of time. So it's a really cool looking design this time because it's not on the actual head, it's in the backside, which is a really cool looking thing. I think in the original we saw somebody on the island that was like in a medical bed of some sort, and it had something similar like that going on. They weren't moving or anything, but they were like that. I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about if you played the game.
Christ. Like she did.
And so this is the first time that we see Sadler. Like, this is his face reveal right here. And this is obviously much later in the game because Leon has got some Plaga element going on around his eyes, much like Ashley had going on. And really cool design with Sadler. He's got the glowing eyes. His head's all veiny and everything. He's got the purple robe. Really cool. I wonder if this is like the first reveal.
Child.
Ashley's design looks really good here. This is when she has succumbed completely to the Plaga, as she takes somebody's knife. I don't know if that's Leon's or whose knife that will be, but I'm actually really interested to see how they plan to free Ashley from the control of the Plaga, because in the original game, we see her get taken away by Sadler, and then the next time we see her, she's broken free from it. So I wonder if that's going to be what happens here, or if they'll do something where we have to give her the pills, or maybe Leon stabs her in the leg like Ada did to Leon in the original game. That's going to be kind of cool to see. The elevator room. This is really cool. I mean, this is where the barrels and stuff would fall down and everything, and this is the elevator in Salazar's castle towards the end. But I think the interesting thing is these enemy types are very cool looking. They're tattooed up and everything. They're shirtless. It's like a completely different version of the cultists from what we've seen so far. So that's a really cool thing. I don't know if this is exclusively for the elevator portion or if they're going to show up later on as well throughout the castle or what, because we've seen the traditional ones as well in this trailer and in past trailers, but these are really cool looking.
Entertainment for you. The entertainment.
It's the various Plaga type. You've got back over here. This is like the standard one with the whip and everything. And this is the one I was talking about earlier that can eat your head off whole. It's got a completely new and unique design. And you can evidently parry it. So that's a really cool thing to see there. Fireball. Then we got our boy Luis. And the trailer's really cool here because it shows that Luis is going to have extended time. That's really cool, and I'm loving that. I still think he's going to die. I've seen some people suggest that he's going to survive. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think he will more than likely still die. I mean, there is still a chance that he could survive. They may write that where he makes it out. But I have a feeling that he is going to still end up dying, probably towards the end of the castle. Maybe to the Vertigo this time, or against Salazar. Somewhere around there, he could potentially still end up getting killed. And I think it's just going to have a whole lot more of an emotional impact this time compared to the original game, where it had emotion to it, but not that much compared to like Pierce in Resident Evil 6, where we were with him the entire game. We built a bond with that character. Whereas with Luis in the original, I liked the character a lot, and I hated to see that he had to go down, but it didn't really have as much of an emotional impact. Because, I mean, here, we've got Luis helping fight the two El Gigantes in the castle. And it's really cool that we're seeing the two El Gigantes return once more. I think that's really cool as well. And I'll be interested to see if we'll be able to actually open the hatch on the bottom. Yeah, okay. So you can see the hatches on the bottom. So I'm hoping that we'll still get to drop one of them into the lava. That would be really cool. I don't know if having Luis around will ruin that or what, but regardless, that's still pretty cool. And I'm also kind of curious. I can't remember, because I wasn't really paying complete attention to the merchant's inventory that he was selling, but is the Red 9 a part of his inventory that you can purchase? Or is there going to be a point where, like I said, Luis dies and we take the Red 9 from Luis, and that's how we get the Red 9? Again, I don't remember. Maybe the merchant is selling it and it was in part of his little catalog of stuff that we could purchase and I just missed it. But if not, that could be how we get the Red 9, is that Luis ends up dying and we end up taking his Red 9 as like a remembrance to him. And then this is the other thing. We have Luis here once more in a completely new area. Well, not a new area. Let me get another shot. Yeah, right here. You can obviously tell this is more than likely the area where Leon over in this area has to get the stick of TNT to blow up the boulder blocking the path. This is actually right before the El Gigante fight with the two in the lava room. So we get to have Luis, but I kind of feel like this is practically the same segment. In fact, all of this is in the mining car area and everything, so we'll get to be partnered up with him within that whole segment, is what it seems to be, which is going to, again, it's still going to build up some sort of bond towards the character more so than it originally did.
Major Krauser? Why?
Okay, so the big reveal is Krauser, and his character model looks great. He's got his red beret on, got the scars on his face, the knife, got an upgraded jacket where you can equip a lot more stuff. So that's really cool. I'm looking forward to Krauser in this game. I mean, there's been so much speculation that people were talking about, is he in the game? Is he not? Capcom had confirmed basically that he was in the game. People who had played like the early demos of the game said he's in there because he's like in early flashbacks during the White House days. You see Krauser there, so he's been confirmed for a while, but it's just nice to actually see him, physically see him in a trailer.
Why? You can't save her. You can't save anyone.
Gosh, this area just looks so good.
What's gonna happen to me?
And right here. Nope. Missed it by a tad bit. Oh my god. Okay, here, pause. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. My timing at pausing is not good. I'm just trying to get it. It's just so ever so off. Okay, hold on. There, got it. Okay, so this is cool. This is obviously Ashley's playable moment in the game, and it seems like it's going to be a lot more stealth based. And I'm thinking this is the night plug. I can't remember what they're called. It's the plagas that are in the night armor, and it looks like they're doing some sort of hunt for Ashley because this is like the sword, and I'm guessing this is like the night armor here. So that's a really cool concept, and I think it's going to work a lot differently than in the original, where you get the crest that you need, and then they all come at you at once in the same room, and you can easily avoid them and escape. I think they're going to be spread out this time, and so they're going to be kind of keeping guard of the areas, and you have to be stealthy because it's potentially going to be a situation where when they see you, it's like an instant death type of situation. So you have to not be seen. And if that's the case, it's going to increase the horror so much more. I love how he dodges that, just ducks down.
Thanks.
Character models look so good.
Then come, Sancho Panza. Let us rescue the Princess Dulcinea.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
Gosh, Luis is going to become a fan favorite. And then we got Mike. So glad to have Mike back. Maybe he'll survive and we'll get to finally see what that bar is all about. Wouldn't that be the happy ending? Luis, Leon, and Mike all together at the bar.
Ah, yes, the time has come.
The Queen Plaga. Oh, sorry, Garador. I'll talk about you in a minute. I'm pretty sure this is the Queen Plaga. I'm like 90% certain that's what that is. And if that is the Queen Plaga that Salazar fuses with, then this would be basically the boss room of Salazar, because that's what I'm thinking that big blob in the center is. I mean, it's in like a cave-like area, which makes more sense because that's where the whole Plaga originated. So maybe that's in fact the Queen Plaga, and this is Salazar's boss room. Okay, so now we have our wonderful Garadors, and I'm so excited for the Garadors. They are my favorite of the enhanced, not boss, not really even a mini boss, I guess. It's just the enhanced enemy types. I really love them. Dr. Salvador and the machine gun guy are cool, but I always favored the Garadors. I like how you could shoot the bells to distract them and having different little strategies of trying to sneak around them and stuff. That was always cool. Now with this remake, it's going to be even better because I'm sure we'll have like objects that we can throw around to distract them as opposed to just shooting a bell or something. So there'll be like multiple ways in which that we can work around these creatures, and we've got the stealth mechanic and the parrying mechanic. I mean, it's going to be fun. I cannot wait.
Like I told you.
The Krauser fight, it's going to be so good. I'm so happy that it's here.
Ready to die, Boogie.
Exalt all.
Leon!
Ah, I missed it. Oh, okay, it's a little further.
Let it be so.
There it is. The Novistadors, they're back. I was actually concerned about this one because there was a lot of talk that the Novistadors would get cut, that they would be removed. Capcom had already said they weren't really going to cut anything, but it seems that they're staying true to that. Now, we didn't see U3 from what I could see. Maybe I missed the U3 enemy type, and they're not going to show everything in the trailer as well. Also, I mean, keep that in mind as well. We didn't see the Vertigo fight or anything like that. But I'm so happy to see the Novistadors, because I absolutely love these things. I know a lot of people complain about them, that they're annoying and everything, but I thought they were cool. And I'm really excited to see them once again. I'm sure that their invisibility will be even more enhanced than it was in the original. So that's going to be really cool to see.
This time, it has to be different.
Lab area where we will cure ourselves.
Well, now, time to cause
The
some
mercenaries. Oh, I can't wait for that, because you know Luis is going to be in it this time. So we'll actually get Luis in it. I wonder if they'll still have Hunk or not. And then a special demo coming soon. I would imagine in the next week or two it will drop, because the game itself is going to be out in a month. Literally tomorrow marks an exact month from the game's release. So a week, maybe 2 weeks, it will come out. It's I mean, it's possible that they'll stretch it to 3 weeks and release a demo a week before the game comes out, but I kind of feel like 2 weeks is what we're really looking at here. And I will absolutely be playing the demo on the channel, as will I be playing the full game once it drops on the channel as well for the first time. I'm not going to go like do a pre playthrough first or anything like that. I'm going to do a complete blind playthrough of it fresh on the channel, so that my first response to everything will be live on the channel, and it's just fun to do it that way. But yeah, that's the trailer breakdown and my thoughts on everything. I think it looks really good. Sadler's looking awesome. I hope that we get to actually fight him in his humanoid form as Leon, especially while he's struggling to fight off the inner plaga that's inside of his body and stuff. I just think that dynamic would be really cool to see. There's just so much potential with this game, and we're only a month away before it releases. So I'll go ahead and end this video here to keep it from going any longer than it needs to. But what are your thoughts for Resident Evil 4 Remake after seeing this trailer? Are you even more hyped? Do you still, or do you not care? Or like, what's your thoughts on it? I'll end it here, and I'll see you all on the next one. See you.